Good evening and welcome, everybody, to tonight's Lamrim comma biting review. Tukila isn't with us tonight, so I will go ahead and this is a meditation week, so I'll get us started on doing a meditation. But first, let's just take a moment and set our motivation before we get started. And so we'll just think about that we are doing this comma biting review to fulfill Geshe's wishes that we become more familiar with this practice that is one of the keys to enlightenment. And of course, our whole purpose for wishing to become enlightened is to be of the greatest possible benefit to others. So with that in mind, we can just take a moment and start to wind our minds down a little bit. And just breathe, watch our breath. And then, of course, since this is concentration meditation, we'll want to pick an object on which to meditate. And since we're Buddhists, that's most beneficial if it's a holy object. And so let's just bring our minds to the object. Remember that our thoughts will drift away. And when we find that happening, we just gently bring them back to the object. And we'll do that throughout the time for the next 12 minutes or so. And now we can gently bring our minds back into the room. Geshe Gelek is here.
Yeah, please have a seat. Yeah, Alhamdulillah, we begin with prayer. Prayers to Shakyamuni Buddha.
Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, to you, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror Muni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, perfectly complete Buddha, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings to be subdued, teacher of gods and humans, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror Shakyamuni, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavan, Tathagata Arhat, perfect in knowledge and good conduct, Sugata, knower of the world, supreme guide of beings, teacher of gods and humans, to you, Buddha Bhagavan, glorious conqueror, I prostrate, make offerings, and go for refuge. Among humans, you were born on this earth. You paced out 7 strides, then said, I am supreme in this world. To you, then I prostrate. With pure bodies formed supremely pure, wisdom ocean like flame that blazes in the 3 worlds, winner of the best, Savior, to you I prostrate. With the supreme color of gold, to you I prostrate. Just free like you, incomparably wise one, to you I prostrate. The Savior having great compassion, the teacher having the field of merit with qualities like a vast ocean, unbound vastness, I prostrate. The purity that frees one from attachment, frees one from the lower realms, the one path, the sublime pure reality, karma that pacifies, I prostrate. Those who are liberated and who also show the path to liberation, the holy field qualified with realizations who are devoted to the moral precepts. To you, the sublime community intending virtue, I prostrate. Do not commit any unwholesome actions. Engage in perfect, wholesome actions. Subdue your mind thoroughly. This is the teaching of the Buddha. A star, a defective view, a butter lamp flame, an illusion, a dewdrop, a water bubble, a dream, lightning, a cloud. See all causative phenomena like this. Through these merits may sentient beings attain the rank of all-seeing, subdue the foe of faults, and be delivered from samsara's ocean, perturbed by the waves of aging, sickness, and death.
Papa Kunjosumla Chacello, the Geta to Bonderino, to the Devil Kaba Chaba Kumbo.
The inexpressible, inconceivable, unproduced, unceasing, the nature of space, obviously knowing transcendental wisdom, the victorious ones of the 3 times I prostrate. Prostrate to the 3 noble, rare, sublime ones. Thus did I hear at one time. The Bhagavan was dwelling on massive together with a great community of monks and a great community of bodhisattvas. At that time, the Bhagavan was a concentration on the categories of phenomena called profound perception. Also at that time, the Arya Avalokiteshvara looked upon the very practice of the profound perfection of wisdom, also as empty of inherent nature. And through the power of Buddha, the venerable Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Arya Avalokiteshvara. How should any son of the lineage who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection of wisdom? He said that, and Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara said this to the venerable Shariputra. Shariputra, any son of who wishes to practice the activity of the profound perfection wisdom should look upon it repeatedly beholding those 5 aggregates also as empty of inherent nature. Form is empty. Emptiness is form. Emptiness is not other than form. Form is also not other than empty. In the same way, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Shariputra, likewise, without characteristic, unproduced, unceased, stainless, not without fulfilled. Shariputra, therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, no feeling, no discrimination, factors, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no visual form, no sound, no odor, no taste, no object of touch, no phenomenon. There is no I element, and so on up to and including no mind element and no mental consciousness. There is no ignorance, no extinction of ignorance, and so on up to and including no aging and death and no extinction of aging and death. Similarly, there is no suffering, origination, cessation, and path. There is no exalted wisdom, no attainment, and also no non-attainment. Shariputra, therefore, because there is no attainment, bodhisattvas rely on and dwell in the perfection of wisdom, the mind without obscuration and without fear. Having completely passed beyond error, they reach the end point of nirvana. All the Buddhas who dwell in the 3 times also manifestly, completely awaken to unsurpassable, perfect, complete enlightenment in reliance on the perfection of wisdom, or the mantra of the perfection of wisdom, the mantra of great knowledge, the unsurpassed mantra, the mantra equal to the unequal, the mantra that thoroughly pacifies all suffering should be known as truth, since it is not false. The mantra of the perfection of wisdom is declared, Teata gate gate parasam gate bodhi soha. Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva should train in the profound perfection of wisdom like that. Then the Bhagavan arose from that concentration and commended the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, saying, well said, son of the lineage. It is like that, it is like that. One should practice profound perfection of wisdom, just as you have indicated. Even the Tathagatas rejoice. Bhagavan having thus spoken, the Venerable Shariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasattva Arya Avalokiteshvara, and those surrounding in their entirety, along with the world of gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas, were overjoyed and highly praised that spoken by the Bhagavan. From the Holy Supreme Well of Kechira, you who possess powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, look after practitioners without distraction as you would a child. To the host of the Dakinis of the three abodes, I prostrate.
Akasamaranza, Shatara Samara, Akasamaranza, Akasamaranza, Shatara Samara, Akasamaranza, Shatara Samara, Akasamaranza, Shatara Samara. Akasamaranza, Shatara Samara, Akasamaranza. Akasamaranza, Shatara Samara. 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 Teata, Gade, Paragade, Parasam Gade, Bote, Soha.
Are the teachings of the noble three rare sublime ones possessing the power of truth. May hindrances be averted. May they be eliminated. May they be pacified. May all enemies and negative forces opposed to Dharma Shantim Kuru Soha. May the 1,000 obstacles be pacified. May we be free from harmful conditions to Dharma. May all excellences be in accord with the Dharma, and may there be auspiciousness and perfect happiness right now. From the heart of the 100 deities of Tushita, on the peak of a cloud resembling a clump of extremely white, fresh curd, King of Dharma, omniscient, please come here together with your sons. In the sky before me on a lion throne, my perfect pure Guru smiles with delight. Supreme field of merit from my mind of faith, please abide for 100 eons to speak. Your holy mind has the intelligence that understands the full extent of objects to be known. Your holy speech with its is an inner ornament for those of good fortune. Your holy body is radiant, beautiful, with glory renowned. To you who are meaningful to see, hear, and remember, I prostrate. Pleasing drinking water, fragrant incenses, light scented waters, and so forth. Oceans of cloud-like offerings, both actually arranged and mentally offer to you the supreme field of merit. Whatever non-virtue of body, speech, and mind, especially vows that I have collected from beginningless time, I confess each and every one with fervent regret from my heart. You strove for much learning and practice in this degenerate age and made your freedoms and richnesses meaningful by abandoning the 8 worldly concerns. Savior, we sincerely rejoice in your extensive deeds, perfect, pure, holy gurus, from the billowing clouds of wisdom and compassion in the sky of the Dharmakaya. Please let fall a rain of profound and extensive dharma upon the receptacle of those to be subdued exactly as they need. May the Vajra body of Tsongkhapa, created from the purity of clear light, free of the rising and setting of cyclic existence, be visible to the ordinary viewer only in its unsubtle physical form, stay on unchanging without waning until samsara ends. May whatever virtue I have collected benefit the teachings and all transmigratory beings, and in particular, may it cause the essence of perfect pure Losangdrapa's teachings to shine forever. Vajradhara, Lord of Sages, source of all realizations, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-compassion, Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom, Lord of secrets, destroyer of the entire host of Maras, Losangdrapa, crown ornament of the sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru Buddha, embodying the three refuges, I make requests respectfully with my three doors. Please bless me and others to be ripened and liberated. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Vajradhara, Lord of sages, source of all. Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying compassion. Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom. Lord of secrets, destroyer of the entire host of Maras. Losangdrapa, crown ornament of the sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru Buddha, embodying the three refuges, I make requests respectfully with my three doors. Please bless me and others to be ripened and liberated. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Lord of sages, source of all realizations, Avalokiteshvara, great treasure of non-objectifying compassion, Manjushri, master of stainless wisdom, destroyer of the entire host of Maras, Losangdrapa, crown jewel of the sages of the land of snow. To you, Guru Buddha, embodying the three refuges, I make requests respectfully with my three doors. Please bless me and others to be ripened and liberated. Please bestow the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root, abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. Precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. And precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the realizations of your holy body, speech, and mind. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and grant me the supreme and common realizations. Magnificent and precious root Guru, please abide on the lotus seat at my heart. Guide me with your great kindness and remain steadfast until I attain the essence of enlightenment. Acting as our direct Mahayana virtuous friend in all our lives, may we never turn aside even for a second from the pure path highly admired by the victorious ones.
Short mandala, stanza.
Saji perki shuxing metog tam di rab lin shi ni te gyen pa di sangye xing du mi te ua hido kunam dak jing la che pa shok jetsun lama nam pa nam ki kukala kyen se chu jin ti jita tsampe duje zima la shakecheki charpa to so idam guru ratamadalakam niryatayani.
Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam La Chanjo Pardon Dagi Chushi Jibe Sonam La Penje Sanje Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam La Chanjo Pardon Dani Chapsanje Dagi Chushi Jibe Sonam La Penje Sanje Sanje Chodan Soje Chonam La Chanjo Pardon Dani Chapsanje Dagi Chushi Jibe Sonam La Penje Sanje Lamrim Ji Ombona Jaji Lazo Chicho La Chawachabo Sanje Song Rado Shi Deba Dida Shi Tambe Chuni Chini Shi Namo Alhaye Gadalo Dane Cheboda Mi Gana Doa Gunjara Tamje Kedo Dagi Chute Hange Tuze Sone Tawa Tamje Pompe Tambe Chuni Tenzeba Wadam Dela Chance. Oh yeah, good evening everyone. So if anybody watching on YouTube, good evening. Probably Chukila is not feeling well today. I think she's not here. Amula, where we left last Wednesday.
Talked about precious human life, so now I think it's impermanence. Dying, death and dying.
So now here, the next sections, the same category, but next section is the teachings is next part of the teaching is all about impermanent meditation on impermanent combined with mortal life. This life that we have is considered as very precious, but that precious life is also impermanent, it's not immortal, it's like mortal. So it's also important to not just to focus on the preciousness of this human life. At the same time, then also need to think about that the preciousness of this life. This is so precious; it doesn't last forever. It has limit. So need to focus on that. It is also quite critical to have that awareness in order to shape our life, day-to-day life, in order to shape our day-to-day life. Otherwise, so unfortunately, then we become kind of like careless, like careless about taking the essence, like taking essence out of this precious human life, or taking the try to get the most out of this precious human life. So we become careless on that regard. So if you don't focus on the impermanent part of this life, okay, that's the whole point. So no matter how you explain, so now the point is to understand this precious human life will be not here forever. It's also impermanent. Okay, so like thinking that you are going to be here forever, that's kind of like deceiving. That's kind of deceiving. So like, but back of the mind, so we all know whether we have realization about death and impermanence or not. In the back of the mind, we all know that eventually, so when you look at the history of the civilizations, so that many people come through this universe, and some of them are not here, but they're all gone. Some of them are very famous and have like wonderful legacy, left a wonderful legacy on this planet, but they are just right now just mere name. So it's important to shape our life. It's important to have this awareness, okay, this awareness. So that's the whole point, no matter how you explain. So most of you have the copy of this book. So see, the Buddhism is about change, also in change and improvement. So every teaching in Buddhism is about change and improvement. So that teachings, Buddha's teachings, supposed to help us to change our mindset and also to improve our mind. That's how you be liberated. That's how you achieve full enlightenment. So that's also important, very important things to keep in your mind. So like meditation on death and impermanent is also to change the way we think, also improve our mind. It's not as reminding you death for no reason, no good reason. Otherwise, you could say, "Oh, that's kind of depressing." That's kind of depressing. Why you think about death? Yeah, if you're not getting something out of meditation on death, then it's kind of like depressing. It's kind of depressing. If you're getting something out of meditation on the death, so then it's not depressing, So, so that it will change the awareness of death. It will change and also improve our mind. Okay, so just want to share that point. Then what do you think? Should we go word by word end of the day about death or no?
Geshe Gelek, about what page are you on in the book? Could you say?
I'm looking for the Tibetan text. Sorry, it's like page number 4.
David, it's page 17.
Oh, okay.
Here? Can you hear? Okay. It's about impermanent. So you so thinking that you are going to be here forever. So that mindset is kind of like deceiving. It's not really wisdom. It's like kind of like ignorance, So then the ignorance mindset doesn't improve your mental qualities. The wisdom improve your mental qualities. So we need to have wisdoms about, we need to have awareness about impermanent. Okay, so that's the whole point. Whether you read there's no details. So why there's no, if you read, why there's like detail like explanation about impermanent, because we have problems, we have to admit we have problems thinking about. We have problem thinking about death in daily basis. We have problems thinking about death in daily basis. It doesn't come very easily. What comes easily in our mind is like, oh, I'm going to be here. We plan for next year, like after a few years, 5 years, like there's nothing wrong, but there's nothing wrong. But if you really go deep down, if you ask yourself questions, will you be here tomorrow? We don't have confidence. We don't have confidence. You cannot say 100% certainties that you're going to be here tomorrow. So that clearly shows that this is just idea. It does not mean that we should not plan in advance. It doesn't mean like that. It's all about awareness. It's all about awareness. What if this is the last day? What if this is the last day? What will you do? The question is, if this is the last day, but we have no clue. Yeah, we think we are going to be here for long time, but that's just idea. But in reality, we are not 100% certain that you are going to be here tomorrow. So then, based on that, if this day is the last day, what will you do? How you're going to use this, the day that is last day, how you're going to use. So that's the whole point, okay? That's the whole point. How no matter how, but then why, if you wonder why why they go through so much details on this subject, because this subject does not come very easily in our mind, so, and we are more focused on life than death. So thinking about death doesn't come very easily. So that's why there's so much explanations been given, and to help you to have some form of awareness. This precious life has limit, some degree of awareness. So that will improve your life. That will not, like as it will improve your life. It does not destroy your life. It does not destroy your life. It will improve your life. It will improve your life. So then, if you have managed to generate the realization of death and impermanence, probably you are going to be liberated sooner than later. You are going to be liberated sooner than later. If you have this awareness day and night about death and impermanence, so you are going to be liberated sooner than later. So that's why I'm saying this awareness will improve our life. It doesn't like destroy our life. So that's the whole point, okay? Then no matter how you write, so then that's why there's a detailed information. So now the question is, should we go to word by word or no? Probably not necessary. So now if that is the case, do you ask yourself questions? Do you have confidence that you are going to be here tomorrow? If the answer is no, or if the answer is no, somebody needs to answer for you. You could answer that question. If the answer is no, so then we need to, based on that, need to think clearly. Now, if that's the case, what kind of thing that matter most? What kind of thing matter most? So guiding your body, speech, and mind, guiding your mind, body, speech, and mind in the right directions. That's the best thing to do. That's the this is the most important things to do in the positive directions. Your body, speech, and mind, guiding them into the positive directions, in the virtuous path, verbally saying mantra, prayers, like all of that. Physically doing prostrations, going around the stupas, helping people physically, and thinking something positive. Then that becomes the most important thing to do. So that guiding your body, spirit, mind into the virtuous path, that should be the priority in our day-to-day life. The list in our day-to-day life should be the beginning of the list. So then, whatever virtues that you created, guiding your body, spirit, mind into the virtuous path. So that's the only things that you can take. Other than that, there's nothing else. That's the fact. That's the fact. No, it's not just people only who practice Buddhism. It's like that's the fact. So that fact needs to be. We need to think about that reality. We cannot just. You can't just pretend that's never going to happen. That's not wisdom. That's not wisdom. That's ignorance. It's going to happen. It's going to happen if you become the president of the United States, the most powerful person on the planet. You are still mortal. You are not immortal. So that not as like. So that reality we need to be aware. We need to be aware of that reality. And based on that reality, so then we need to, then you need to make the decisions how you're going to spend your day. I'm going to spend my day. I'm going to try all my best to guide my body, spirit, mind into the virtuous path. So that's the most important things. Positive energy or merit. That's what I'm going to do, because that is the only that matters. Knowing this reality. So then after that, there's nothing you can take. You can the family cannot go with you, even though they wish to go with you, they can't go. Or you can just and yeah, so that's the reality. The point that reality needs to be, we need to be aware on daily basis about the realities. So probably we'll make having this awareness of this reality, that is impermanent, will help us to make better choice. Smart choice, better choice, which will benefit you in day-to-day life. So that's the whole point. As I said, no matter how you explain, so I say you could go through one by one, that many things, but bottom line, so we need to be aware of reality. We can't just live in a fantasy world. So we need to be aware of the reality. So that will shape your life. It will shape your life. It will help you to make better choice throughout the day. So that's why I'm saying the Buddhism is all about change and improvement. That's all about change and improvement. So that will help. Make sense? So that's the whole point. Okay, that's the whole point about death and impermanent. Whether I read, just the word, like how is it, word by word, not because I'm skipping this word because it's so hard to explain. No, it's easy to explain, but I don't see any point going line by line. I just want to mention the whole point. What's wrong with the idea that I'm going to be here forever? What is wrong with that idea? You ask yourself question, what's wrong with that idea? Or I'm going to be here forever. Oh, now the question is, what kind of benefit that idea brings to you? What kind of change that idea brings to you? What kind of change? And how that idea helps, how that idea shapes your life. That's the main questions. Oh, I'm going to be here forever. That idea, first of all, is ignorance. It's not really wisdom, it's ignorance. It doesn't have a valid base to support that idea. It's just idea. Everybody has. How is about being aware that I don't have clue that I'm going to be here. I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be here tomorrow. That awareness, how that awareness affects you. Oh, that awareness will affect you to make better choice in day-to-day life and to prioritize what is the most important thing to do, prioritize. So then what is the priority? Priority, as I said, based on Lamrim teachings, they're guiding our body, spirit, and mind into virtuous path. That's the most important things. Because that's the only thing that matters after when your breath ceases. And then even this body is not much useful. Even this body that you are so attached, right after birth, so this body becomes nothing. So then can you imagine now your house, your business, and everything? There's not much use. So that is the fact. It's not just Buddha's teaching, that's the fact. So based on that fact, so then we must make choice. Maybe we must make choice. Maybe then you will make better choice. Okay, so that's the whole point. So that's why no need to go to details. So the virtuous deed or virtue, mainly positive energy managed to created by verbal, physical, mental. So that is going to be your guide when you go after this life through Bardo. That's going to be your guide. Maybe you are entering into unknown, unknown journey. So that's going to be your guide. It will guide you precisely. It will show you the path. So that's why it's important. Okay, so this one Lama said, Lam Jumeji Chugin Chuyin, she said, Lam Shuriji, Lam Ja Chuyin. So there's also the virtuous deed is the companions when you need to go long distance. It's going to become your companion. Companion, how is the companion? So that's why Lama San called. So I just want to read that, but the Kungtang Lama Kungtang wrote many advice on practice, many advice. So the Lama Kungtang, Tibetan master. Lam Jumeji Chuki, Lam Jumeji Sake Chuyi. Lama, you see that? Kungtang quotation from Kungtang Lama?
Yes, Geshe.
So can you read that so that maybe your English is 1,000 times better than my English?
Dharma is the guide when you don't know your way on the path. Dharma is the provisions on the long path. Dharma is the captain guiding you along the difficult path. From this moment on, practice the Dharma with your 3 doors. On page 19.
So this is good, very good quotation. I used to remember. So now I'm also carried out by idea that I'm going to be here forever. So I forgot that quotation now. But I was reminded, every single day I was reminded by Lamrim teaching. I was reminded a couple of times, every single day, a couple of times I was reminded by Lamrim meditations. But this is a good quotation. Lam jumeji, sakin chuyinshis. Lam shuringi, lamja chuyinlas. Lam drogi, tebe chuyinbe, tutani gosum cholan jors. So last line, last line, can you repeat that?
From this moment on, practice the Dharma with your 3 doors.
So now, what do you mean practice Dharma? Now you may have question may arise. What do you mean practice Dharma? What is Dharma? Oh, the question is, what is Dharma? What do you mean practice Dharma? So what last line?
From this moment on, practice the Dharma with your 3 doors.
From this moment on,
practice the Dharma with your 3 doors.
From this moment on, practice Dharma with 3 doors. What do you mean practice Dharma? What is Dharma? How you can practice Dharma? What is Dharma? Oh. Buddha Dharma Sangha, we as a Buddhist, we take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha, Dharma. Conventional Dharma, ultimate Dharma. Ultimate Dharma refers to last 2 noble truths, path and the cessation. That's like ultimate Dharma. Ultimate Dharma is not something you read. It is something that you actualize. No, it's not something that you read for the sake of knowledge. Ultimate Dharma is the last 2 noble truths. Cessation is the path that lead to the cessations. This is ultimate Dharma. Now, conventional Dharma, teachings. No teachings, conventional Dharma. According to Vasubandhu, the text composed by Vasubandhu, Abhidharma, Kosha, Treasure of Knowledge, which is 8 chapters, written by Vasubandhu. In English language, it's called Treasure of Knowledge, Abhidharma Kosha. Chapter number 8, the very last part of the chapter number 8. Tembe Tamje, Namni te Lungda Tobe Dani, Tembe Tamje, Buddha's teaching divided into 2. Lungda Tobe Dani to oral teaching and realizations. Lungda Tobe Dani to Tenzi Cheba, Macheba, Duba Cheba, Konas, Tenzins, studying. Listening, reading, thinking. These are also considered as a practicing Dharma. So in order to study Dharma, you need to do through body. Without body, you can't study. Without body, you have to look. Or maybe in some cases you have to read. You need mouth to read. You need eye to see. Maybe you have ear to listen. You have mind to think. That's what it means. From now on, practice Dharma with 3, your body, spirit, mind. That's what it means. Practice Dharma. Conventional Dharma, oral teachings, then the subject of the oral teachings, such as renunciation, bodhicitta, wisdom, realized emptiness. Okay? So reading, talking, discussing, reading, talking, discussing, all of that is considered as a practice of Dharma, and thinking, of course. So then actualizing the path within our mind stream. Okay, so where are you going to find Who said that? Vasubandhu, where? Teacher of Dharma. Abhidharma Kosha, where? In chapter number 8, very end of chapter number 8. Vasubandhu said it. Tempe Tamji, Namni, Lunda Tobe, Danidu, Tenzu Cheba, Macheba, Druba Cheba, Kona is. Oh, so then putting into practice, so then there's no putting into practice to hoping to gain some realizations. Okay, so that's what it means. From now on, from this moment on,
Practice the Dharma with your 3 doors.
yeah, practice the Dharma with your 3 doors. That's what it means. Practice the Dharma. So now you have some idea. Practice the Dharma, you have some idea. Orally saying mantra, reciting prayer, reciting Lamrim prayer. These are all that. Then, oh yeah, so that's what practice Dharma. Okay. Oh, this is a good quotation to remember. Oh, it's just reminding you to be aware of the reality. Don't fool yourself by thinking. Don't fool yourself by the idea that you are going to be here forever. Don't fool by that. Nothing good comes out of that idea. It's just ignorance. There's no valid base to support that idea. What is more beneficial mindset to have is to be aware of the realities, and based on that, so then hopefully they'll really make better choice or smart choice in our day-to-day life. What that smart choice refers to? Guys, practicing Dharma with your 3 doors. Practicing Dharma with your 3 doors. So in the broader way, that's what Master Vasubandhu said in the Teacher of Knowledge. The broader way, as I mentioned, guiding your 3 door body, spirit, mind in virtuous path. The virtuous directions, the direction that helps some other beings. Oh, that's like a broader, I think the broader, I say, way of thinking, okay? Sumba Tana Rangi Kabo Dan Lu Chunche Tsamde Shani Dogowe Tudu Tamju Konal Shekaya Bipes. Sim Chime Nume Nandu Jang Vesa Tongba Lota Chus Tachi Nyangwemes. Okay, now Ramula, can you read that quotation from Milarepa?
Yes. Repeatedly fearing only the time of my death, I trained in the essence of the primordial deathless mind and gained
Sim Chime Nume Nandu Jang Sim Chime Nume Nandu Jang
and gained conviction and the clear light of emptiness. Now I have no fear of either birth nor death.
Nga chiwa kone jig ne sim chime nyume ngandu jang, sim chime nyume ngandu jangs. Can you repeat it one more time? Do you understand that? Do you understand?
Somewhat.
Can you repeat that line by line, please?
Repeatedly fearing only the time of my death, I trained in the essence of the primordial deathless mind.
That's good. Please pause there. Sim chime nyume ngandu jang, sim chime nyume ngandu jangs. Sim chime nyume ngandu jangs. You understand that? The second line, you understand? Anybody understand the second line?
Geshe, it seems like the reference to the primordial deathless mind is actually, isn't it the same thing as the clear light of emptiness, or sort of the clear light nature of mind?
What is the word?
Primordial deathless mind?
What is the primordial? Primordial.
Before time. Primordial means like before the counting of time, before time.
Oh.
Fundamental.
Yeah, probably refers to the subtle mind. Subtle mind. Okay, subtle mind. So,
Geshe, can it be that because the moment of death is an opportunity to reach enlightenment, that the Dalai Lama says that basically he meditates every day, like on death, preparing for death. So are they talking about that, preparing every time for that moment that death will come, and it will give us an opportunity to have if we stay on that clear light that Julie mentioned, that we can access the door to enlightenment?
yes. Opportunities is everywhere. Here, now, here, during the time of death, it's not just, we don't need to wait all the way to death. So here, we still have opportunity. So anyway,
Could the primordial deathlessness mean the continuum of your being? That is, it goes on into another life. Your that part of your being that doesn't die is continuous.
Josephina,
That you were-
are you asking the question?
That was not me, Geshe Gelek. Someone else was speaking.
Okay. All of a sudden, the voice changed. I was wondering.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Don't be sorry. No need to be sorry. So see, like subtle mind, you can't really talk about death and birth. No, subtle mind. There's like that's called Julie. That's called primordial mind.
Primordial deathless mind is the translation.
Okay.
I just looked up the word primordial. It basically means like first, original.
Yeah. That's like there's a subtle mind. There's subtle primordial. So yeah, the deathless in the primordial. When you based on primordial mind, there's no such a thing called death and birth. The death and birth, death is usually associated with the this body. Without this body, you can't talk about death. There'll be no death. Based on primordial mind, and same thing, primordial deathless mind or primordial mind, same thing. The very first, so there's the subtle mind, subtle energy, subtle mind, which is located in between these two drops, so that's how that subtle consciousness, and that people say we do experience when we sneeze, when we faint, maybe in the dream, but we experience without awareness. You could experience that with awareness, but we experience that without awareness. So that's what quite interesting. So when you sneeze, people say, bless you. So I kind of did quite a bit of research. So according to Buddhism, when you sneeze, you're kind of experiencing subtle mind. Generally speaking, when you experience a subtle mind, that means this life is kind of ending. So that's how you experience the body, so that's why when you sneeze, there's a bless you. You have some, I'm not sure how they got this idea. And clearly in Buddhism, when you sneeze, you experience subtle mind. So usually when you experience subtle mind, so that in very end of the death dissolution process, you experience subtle mind. So, so that is actual death. This is actual death, that you died. Are you dead? So then there's question, So then there's question. Are you died? You already died. Are you dead? So then there's questions. According to Buddhism's, as long as the consciousness, so primordial mind is active within this body, you are died, but you are not really dead. So when that primordial mind leave your body, so then you consider you are dead. So so anyway, primordial mind is the first moment of the mind. That minds come from first, you could say first or no beginning. That continues. Everything else, or memory, we forget. A lot of memory will just go away. Like there are certain point you don't remember their name, certain point you don't remember who they are. So then go through that. So then you black out. So then you awake. So that's where the clear light. That's what it means, clear light of death. That's like for external sign of death, you go through that. So that then after that, so there's like experience of something white, experience something red, like so then kind of you black out, so you don't remember anything. So then you kind of regain the consciousness. So then there's like experiences like clear atom sky, that kind of experience. That is clear light, time of death. That is actual death. That is the death. And you died. Now you died. But the last moment is not that horrible. It's very something. Sometimes I was wondering, people go all the way there and come back to life. I'm not sure, like people that near that experience, people say, or light into the tunnel. So that last moment of experience, like the clear sky in the autumn time. It's like full moon, clear sky, full moon, clear sky, something like that kind of experience. It's not horrible. So that we all go through that. So then, if you are doing practice when you are going to sleep, so then you are thinking, you go through the same process, same dissolution process, death dissolution process when you go to sleep, but we are not aware. There's many things that's happening in this life that we are not aware. Now, when you go to sleep, the same death dissolution process happens, but we experience that without awareness. So then, there's like you could practice. That's one of the most important practices, the highest, one stage in the highest yoga tantra generating stage. You're trying to transform your chiva chuku. You're trying to combine so sleep, you're trying to combine your sleep with Dharmakaya, combine your dream with Sambhogakaya, then you are trying to combine, when you awake, then you're trying to combine that with Rupakaya, something like that. So there's a practice called, what's called this, taking your death, birth, death, intermediate state, and birth, taking that into three kayas. What is that called? That's death resolution practice. So, so that's called primordial deathless mind, refers to the subtle mind, very subtle mind. So that's the only thing that will left at the very last moment. All this memory, if you're worried, oh, I'm going to remember that, I'm going to remember that, no, it will, all of this will fade away. The last, that's the experience. That's it. So that's what's called from the go. Not chiva kuni jigjinis, no chiva kuni jigjinis. Somehow Milaraba trying, somehow Milaraba managed to how you say, mixed, how you say, integrate, mix or integrate fear of death with the primordial mind. Milaraba managed to integrate fear of death with the primordial deathless mind. Vesa tongba lotachus. So they kind of probably gain the confidence that he is now, gains kind of confidence that I will able to grab that opportunities when that opportunity arises. Actually, it will rise for every single being. When that opportunity arises, so the Milaraba was probably gain confidence that he can grab that opportunities. Then probably, touching in the young. Yeah, so then of course, like if you manage to do that, then why you worry about that, why you worry about birth, there's nothing to worry about. Because it's like uncertainty. Because there's no confidence, that's why we are afraid. So somehow that same like fear of death integrating with experience of emptiness, pretty much same thing. As I said, when you meditate, space between thought, or another way to say is like when you focus on conventional nature of your mind, same thing. Conventional nature of your mind or focusing on the space between thought, probably pretty much same thing. So then slowly you develop separate set of mind. So now that experience of that meditation, focusing on space between thought or focusing on conventional nature of mind, that's like clear lake. It becomes experience. If you explain what that experience looks like, it looks like this, clear water, nothing else. It looks like this. Not in the glass like lake. Still clear lake. Still clear, it's not moving. Still clear lake. So then we managed to develop this separate set of awareness, which is like small fish in that lake, navigating without disturbing the lake. The fish is not moving the lake. Lake is still. You are in meditative equipoise because you are focusing space between thought or conventional nature of mind. That's called meditative equipoise. So that is like still clear lake. So then you try to develop separate set of awareness, which is like small fish navigating through this still clear lake without disturbing the lake. Doesn't have to disturb the lake. That means does not disturb your meditations. So now that separate awareness, which is like in this case, little fish, that's what Pendulum of Chujen said. So that awareness is now checking, analyzing nature of self. All right, nature of self. How analysis has been done according to Master Nagarjuna? Kibusa means you are not your body. You are not your body. If you think you are your body, that's ignorance. That's not wisdom. You are not your body. Same thing like fear. Same thing, fear. You do the same thing with fear too. So that's what it means. Integrating fear with the experience of emptiness. Integrating ourselves. You are not your body. You are not water in your body. You are not heat in your body. You are still in the clear lake. Still, you are in the still clear lake. And the separate set of awareness is doing this analysis. You are not oxygen you breathe. You are not consciousness. Then question arises, who am I? Question arises. You are merely imputed on your aggregate, that's all. You are merely imputed, you are merely imputed on your aggregate. It's not, you are not solid, absolute as you think. It is merely imputed on your aggregate, that's all. How's about that feeling that I feel like solid, absolute ignorance? You are merely imputed on your aggregate. Same thing, why fear? Because attachment produces fear. What is attachment? Trying to understand the fear or attachment based on, from the emptiness point of view. What is attachment? Can pinpoint. I think that's what it means. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it means. Like primordial deathless mind. Primordial deathless mind. Integrating the fear with deathless primordial mind. I think that's what it means. What do you think? What do you say? I'm not sure. What do you say? Yeah, because of fear is like so much projection, exaggeration, so much projection, exaggerations, so that's then fear, increase, so much exaggeration, projections. In the ultimate level, there's nothing to pinpoint, there's nothing to you can say, oh, this is fear, you can say this is fear. according to Pasankika system, everything is merely imputed by your, what it means, perceptions, the way you perceive things. So then that's how you have perceptions about things, because based on how you perceive. Now you have different perception about fear of death, because you are perceiving death in different perspective. So before you are perceiving death in some perspective that's been highly exaggerated. Now you are perceiving death in different perspective generated by awareness of shunyata, or experience of primordial deathless mind. As I said, we do experience, as I said, sneeze, faint, so then also says through sexual activities, we experience that, but without awareness, we are not aware, because we are distracted, we are completely distracted. That's why we experience without awareness. So so that's why the highest yoga tantra, that's generating stage and accomplished stage, and there actually you can practice. You don't have to die. You don't have to die in order to experience subtle mind. Time of death, everybody experiences, but you don't have, in order to experience that through meditation, you don't have to die. You could do that while you're alive, practicing generating stage. So then practicing, like energy, channel, chakras, you can do that practice. So then when you actually die, then probably you could be liberated instantaneously like that, okay? Oh yeah, so that's what I mean, like, 다치신이나 냠감면서 수고하시면서 랑도 다다 시원미돼서 지가 장중도 탑재주의는 랑고 토밥나 정주주의를 가야 되면서 So then, okay, so I think that's pretty much it. So what time is it, Tomasi?
You have about 10 minutes, Geshe.
Okay, so Hamula, one more quotation from that my master, my teacher. You see that?
Yes. If I don't die in a month or two, I hope to accomplish the aims of my future life. If I don't die in a year or two, I hope to accomplish my lasting aspirations for all lives.
Then? Next one?
That's the next one is for Nagarjuna.
No, so the right after that, what it says?
It's just a commentary.
What it says?
We should practice in accordance with this. Similar statements are also explained in the collective works of Ensampa Losang Dondrop.
Vesawa, Jawa Vesawa, like a highly realized master, Tibetan master, Jawa Vesawa. So Vensa lineage you hear, frequently Vensa lineage that refers to Jawa Vesawa, Jawa Vesawa. The disciple of Yogi Dhamma Banza, Jawa Vesawa. So, yeah, so Jawa Vesawa's teacher, Yogi Dhamma Banza, highly realized, yogi. 그래서 제가 상하죠. 근데 다지 다니 마시나 치와 짜와 치면 전두 다지 다니 마시나 짜와 치면 전두 버시다. 로지로니 마시나 짜와 땡지도 못. So now, you, as I said, shouldn't wonder why there's so many like detailed explanations about impermanent death. As I said, is for us it's hard to remember in daily basis. Remember, that's why that's giving you so much information to help you how to be aware of the reality, you know, how to be aware, you know. So when you have this awareness, it will give, it will help you to make a better choice. Okay. So as I said, every single teachings in this book is to help us to change and improve. That's all. Help us to change and improve. Rangre mipo gyobo kechiwe kecheba. So puji samlo maji tsunji tanya te puji samlo kaya. Tengab za tsirinju sunyo. Mege wale dunga koda. Zene leje chepe lade nile kanak lem. Giti topche junta kompachi junta kanchi poso chika sutan mendo. So anyway, so now probably only 10 minutes left. So my point here, whether we read, so I don't want to read line by line, end of the day, that you just probably come back and walk. So, you know, so whole point that we should not fool ourselves by the thought that you are going to be here forever. So with that thought, we are not going to gain anything meaningful. Other hand, if you be aware death could occur any moment, that awareness will help you to make a better choice. That's what Lama is saying. If I live few months, I will do this. If I live a couple of years, I will do that. So, you know, so then every day you'll be happy just knowing that you're alive. It's not, you know, if you have, well, I'm going to be here forever, every day is no kind of surprise. You kind of, so then with that awareness that every day you kind of get surprised, oh, very good, I'm alive. You know? So then you're excited because you know what you will do. Okay, so you get some kind of excitement just being alive, rather than just being bored, knowing that you're alive. You know, so that's the most important. Okay, so more important to remind yourself this, you know, death could occur any moment. Don't make your life miserable. Point, don't make your life miserable with the idea that you are going to be here forever. That's ignorance. Cheer up your life. The best way to do that, cheer up your life, is to guide your body, speech, and mind into the virtuous directions, virtuous path. That's the best way to cheer up your life. Best way to cheer up your life. Best way to rise and shine. Best way to rise and shine. Okay. So we have no clue. We have ideas. We have no clue. That idea is not backed by a valid base. We have ideas, but we don't have clue how long you are going to be on this planet. You have no clue. Therefore, you should not make your life miserable with the idea that you are thinking that you are going to be here forever. That's like deceiving, that you are fooled by that idea. So then if you think with that kind of awareness, then you think, oh, if I live few months, you already have planned. You have already planned. you're kind of excited with your plan. Every day when you wake up, you're kind of excited to what you're going to do. You're kind of excited, then just, oh my good, another day, like that, So every day, then every day is something, become like useful, okay, something useful, something fruitful, something useful, makes you think that your life has meaning, makes you think that you're accomplishing something. So then eventually you say, okay, that's what I'm going to do the rest of my life. So then they're good things. That's good things. So then, okay, that's the whole, whether I read this or not, so that's whole point, okay, whole point just to be practical, just to be aware of the reality, okay? Don't fool by this idea that you're going to be here forever. That is ignorance. There's not a valid base to support that idea. It's just idea. Okay. Thank you very much, all my friends here coming here. So then maybe next Wednesday we'll see. It doesn't look like it's finished yet. So, but if it's not finished, I'm going to jump into the next topic. So I already said the main point. If you really want to read line by line, so next Wednesday I will request someone to read so that you will hear. If that motivates you to think, they're supposed to be motivate you to think, then just worried. Because of that, if you just get worried, then it's not good. So that needs to be motivate you to guide your three-door in the virtuous directions every day. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. So thank you, Lamula, leading the chanting all the time. So now we do the dedications and prayer for Tom's two of his friend already passed away. So then together with that, all the people, so many people lost all over the world, so many people lost their life because of this, coronavirus. And you are fortunate that you are still here, safe and healthy. So we should pray for all the people who lost their life because of this pandemic, all the lives that's been upside down because of this pandemic, all the stress, fear, anxiety, insecurity, public law, self-esteem, all of that. So we pray for all of them. Okay, remember all of them from your heart. Not just tonight class, on a daily basis. Please pray as much as you can. Please pray. Okay. Yeah,
Kewa dinu duda la sange dugyune do malupa dehi sala Kepashok Janchu Senchorin Poche Make Panam Kegyuchik Kewanyampa Me Payang Gone Gundu Pawashok Jamper Pawu Jita Kempadang Kudu Zampo Deyan Deshinte Keda Kungi Jesu Dalochi Kewadida Tancherap Tungo Tu sun shepe gewa tanche ki ngawa gana chotu nga pade tashe gewe tawa di kunkyang sampo checho rap tu ngawa bi. Kandira we korwe shinkam di pendan dewa malu shingwene chere zigwan tenzing yatsoi shape site badu tengyo chi. Jonu iya nala wang shotu awa tare tsempara sopa osange wa de ton lek pel shok chasu kengyu lama soa de. Tu su chan jin chan gen gewe ten sin kewe kunze do po ze chok sum ku Adak so du je gen du ja ten sho. Tare tu re so ha. 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 Tare tu re so ha.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. And everyone have a wonderful night and be safe and well. So please continue to pray for everyone. Okay, continue to pray.
Thank you, Geshe.
Good night, Geshe. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Geshe-la.
Thank you, everyone.
Good
Thank
night.
you, guys. Night.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Dana. Thank you, Lamula.